Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hmm. Thank you, SC Club, for this invitation to talk about process safety. This is a new concentration offered by the university to the student of different departments: chemical, mechanical, system engineering, and civil engineering. So the reason it is offered, it simply mean it is a multidisciplinary approach. Process safety is always a multidisciplinary approach. So that's why many different type of engineers are involved in this. So that is the reason for this. Okay. Okay. Why I cannot move the next slide? Okay, wait. Okay, so sorry, somebody is writing on the screens. I think you should disable this one. Yeah, so Usama, whoever is Usama, he loved to write. Okay, please, Usama, write the
Sorry,
novels.
doctor.
Okay.
Sorry, doctor. I thought that the writings appear only for me because I wanted just to make sure that the my instructor knows that I am watching the meeting.
Okay, so just disable. Anyhow, is okay. So the process safety, first of all, we should know what the process safety is. Okay, it is a discipline. Okay, uh, that manage the integrity of the operating systems and process handling different hazardous substances. That is very important. The substance should be hazardous. Okay, so how they do it? They do it by good design principles that's come from engineering and so some good operating practices. Okay, so this design element is very important where many engineers get involved. Okay, and even operating practices that are decided by also the many engineers. Okay, how to operate an equipment effectively and in a safe manners. So again, in the design and engineering, many disciplines are involved. Okay, and in operating, also the many disciplines are involved, not just the chemical engineers. Okay, you will realize if somebody will go to the design companies, okay, where they're designing the initial uh, plants. Okay, the second part, after we designed it, we do the prevention and control of the incidents. Okay, that how we can control it, and it's before it's happened. Okay, and what are the potential hazardous material or energy that are released. Okay, so the purpose is to design a safe plant depending upon the principle of engineering and with the best practices. Moreover, we have to control and prevent the release of hazardous material or energy. Okay, the reason for this, doing all this, mean good designs, okay, and good practices and good prevention is to avoid the toxic effects. Toxic effects could be uh, the fire, explosions, and that could ultimately help result into injuries, property damage, lost productions, and environmental impact. So many things. Okay, so that's the main purpose why the process safety is so important in all the major industries. Okay, not just the chemical industries. Okay, even in the cars, it's automobile industry, it's still very important there as well. So, and the basic principles remain the same, just the concept remains the same. Okay, what is system engineering? You knew it best. Okay, I just introduce it for your purpose and relate it with what the process safety is. System engineering, as defined by the NASA, is a methodological multidisciplinary approach. Okay, so your field of system engineering is in fact already a multidisciplinary. Okay, unlike chemical or mechanical engineering that engage in design, realization, technical management, operations, and retirement of the systems. Okay, so with the system engineering, we are able to analyze, we are able to manage a system, That could be even electrical, mechanical, chemical, biological, and even involving business and logistics. Okay. So as you just see, system engineering is really a multidisciplinary. Okay. And the students, they can go into different, industries. It could be electrical, mechanical, chemicals. Okay. Because we need all these things. We should have a good design. We have the good technical management of the design. We should have a better operations and retirement of the systems. Okay. So what the system is anything that is combined together to do something useful. Okay. So job responsibility, what the engineer do in the process industry, or even any other industry, by the way. Process industry mean, when we talk about the process industry mean the industry that are producing some raw materials from the some products from the raw materials. Okay. Mainly you can say the industry is dominated by SABIC and Sadara and its affiliate in the kingdom. Okay. They do quality checks for better operational processes, and operational processes cannot be set until we really know how the process work effectively. Okay. So we have to have our safety standards according to the state regulations, mean the regulation of the respective departments. Okay. And that is more important thing. Inspect the tool and material use, the budget needed for the production, timelines. Okay. So that we can do efficient cost managements and the risk involved in it. Okay. So these are the mainly job of the safety engineer in the industries are. Record the process finding and suggest technical solution to maximize the productivity. Okay. Beyond that, what I have discussed on this slide, beyond that, there are few things with the new advancement in industry. Process and operational analysis. Okay. We have to study the process and analyze it. How effective is it? How we can improve it? How we can optimize it? Okay. Reliability engineering, mean how reliable is your design is. Okay. How the system you have developed can work effectively over a long period of time without compromising anything. And the last one, predictive maintenance. Okay. This is entirely a new area, and I guess a big role for the this system engineering student is in this area as well. Predictive maintenance, that we have to, based on the data, we analyze it, we do the algorithms. Okay. We design the, based on the machine learnings. Okay. We predict when we have to do the maintenance, not just by every years we open up some machines, we do its maintenance. No, it, it can cost us if we do the maintenance in this way. So we have to predict. Okay. When the maintenance is needed. Okay. So all these are relatively new emerging areas: optimization, integration, reliability, and predictive maintenance. Okay. And they're all related to the process safety as well. And with this new era where we have a fourth industrial revolutions, okay, where machines will talk with each other, okay, through the use of sensors. We have artificial intelligence, will have a blockchain, internet of the things, drones, 3D printing, robotics. Okay. Synthesis of the energy storage, cloud computing, human machine interface, autonomous automobile, advanced production methods. Okay. Nanotechnologies. All these technologies need an integrated approach. Okay. And everything affect the process safety. For example, if we have a advanced production, the machines, the processes are so connected to each other, and it has a different uh, process issues. Okay. The safety issues. And new domain of process safety, what we are doing existing. Okay. In our literature or in our courses, what we have, for example, automations. Yeah. As a chemical engineer, or the system engineer, we design the automations, we install the automations, and it is also needed in the industry 4.0, even it will be more intensive. Okay, because the more the automation is, to improve the efficiency and optimization, it will be more will be the automation. Cloud computing, it may not be so extensively used, but may be used for the data storage. Data mining, this is very important. We will have a lot of data coming in. We should mine it and make sense of it. Develop genetic algorithms to understand the behavior and predict human factors. This we study in our curriculums, okay, as it shows here that there is already human factors. I think one of your course talks about this human factor engineering. Okay, it talks about how to effectively manage the human aspects within the industry, information technology, innovations, integration. This is important. Integrations already, because industries are very well connected. So integration is also internet of things, logistics and maintenance. Logistics we are not covering, but logistic is very important for optimization, the optimization of resources. Okay, and I was going through some of your courses as a, I mean, in your system engineering, and I realized that you are studying about the logistic optimization. Maintenance, of course, predictive maintenance and scheduling the maintenance is also an important part. By the way, many incidents happen during the course of maintenance. Okay, so when there is a maintenance, they have many issues. Many incidents happen. Manufacturing, okay, optimization and a new era. Okay, but we are studying luckily radio frequency identification, security. You can realize the security is now a big issue. Okay, especially with this new technologies. Okay, the drones and other internets connectivity. Okay, cyber attacks, all those things. Simulation, we study the simulation a little bit, but maybe in the future we need more extensive simulation to understand the safety of the process. Smart grid, supply chain, supply chain management, all these are the new eras in the process safety. Sustainability mean that we should have a process that is self-sustainable, okay, or it achieve the sustainability goals. So all these things are new field that must be incorporated in process safety. Okay, and majority of you are part of your syllabus as a system engineers. Okay, so now talking about the process safety concentrations. Okay, we have 4 departments. They're offering different courses. CHE 458, that is offered by the process safety engineering. And in this course, mainly as a, it is offered by the chemical engineers. We talk about the basic stuff related to the safety, like hazards, okay, and the risk, and designing some, I mean, the process control systems, okay, and studying their relationships. ISC 465, this is from the industry, your department, industrial safety. Over there, they talk about the human factors, they talk about the hazard, they talk about the release of hazards, and then different issues related to it, and the personal safety as well. This is the course offered by the mechanical engineering, risk management tool in system design and operations. Okay, so this course and this, the first course, they are somehow closely related, chemical engineer and mechanical engineer. Risk management is mean just we have to estimate the risk. How much is the risk from some hazards? Hazard is anything that can pose a danger to anything. Okay, or it could be a human, or it could be anything process. So how much is the possibility of that hazard? That is a risk. Okay, we have to estimate the risk, and then we have to design the tools that can manage those risks. Okay, and the last thing is industrial hazardous waste management and treatment. This is from the civil engineering, and this course talk about mainly about the release of hazardous materials. For example, some toxic gases, when they are released, wastewater is released, some chemicals are released to the atmosphere, some solid waste are released. So how to properly manage them, how to treat them, how to dispose them, Okay, what are the best practices to do this? So if you ask me about the nature of the course, this first course, CHE 458, it has a calculations, okay, and mainly calculations based on the simple principle of the physics and some principle from chemical engineering. ME 461, it also have a calculation stuff, okay, where you have to do some calculations to estimate the risk. Industrial safety, I guess it's mostly theoretical stuff, and moreover, this CE 476, it is also mostly the theoretical stuff, talking about the technologies, okay, that can be used for the hazardous waste management and the treatment, okay. So this is the overview of the process safety concentrations, and what the courses are being offered. Before I ask you for any questions, okay, because there's nothing much is here to present about process. Let's talk about generally the what the mean why the process safety. Okay, now in industry you can not operate if you do not have a proper safety in the equipment. Okay, the safety doesn't start with wearing gloves, wearing proper shoes, or wearing proper dress. No, that is occupational safety. Safety start from the day you think about developing something. Okay, even somebody start developing some simple prototype, okay, he have to think about the safety. If somebody is going to think about develop making new chair, okay, he have to even consider the safety at that point, how that chair could be safe. Okay, first it should have a good material, the material should have a good long life. Okay, it doesn't have some other sharp edges, it should be easy to use. Okay, during the use there should be no hazards that can expose the people are exposed to. Then you design the systems. During designing, maybe you design one system that is good economically, okay, but it is not safe to use. Okay, so over there you have to rethink about your design, you have to optimize it, and then after you design it, then use. For the use you have to tell them a specific the procedure that how you have to use it. Like every car has its own manuals, okay, that tells us that how this car should be used, or even any gadgets, it has a manual that how it should be used. Okay, sometime even if we are not charging our mobile in a proper way, sometimes the battery can explode. Okay, so this is also a big safety concern, but the mobile company they advise us, okay, how to do the proper charging, use the proper cables, use the proper voltage. Okay, don't use the substandards charges, so all this. Okay, so process safety start from it's a cradle to grave approach. Okay, it start from cradle and it's ended up in the grave when you mean the system is finally finished. Why I'm saying grave? Because qabr. Okay, when the process go to the qabr, what does it mean? You have a plant. Okay, now you have to it's completed its lifetime, then you have to dismantle it, you have to destroy it. Okay, you have to shut down it. Then there is a way to shut down it properly in a safe way for a long period of time. For example, if you have some hazardous waste, let's talk about some nuclear waste, even coming from the hospitals. Okay, it is very important to safely dispose it. Okay, so that the human and the birds and the other things they are not exposed for after a long time. Then how to design those systems that can keep those hazardous material for a long time? It's again an engineering. Okay, how long it will survive, what is the integrity of it. Okay, how you will optimize the use of those things. So all these things are the uh, part of the process safety. Even when you are going to shut down the plant, you are going to dismantle the plants, everything's okay. And the last thing is, somebody might have a question, what is the job market for the process safety engineers? Look, when you go to the industry, there are all type of engineer: mechanical, electrical, chemicals, system engineering. Okay, so everybody is expert of his own field. Okay, so the time we are living in, anybody who knows something other than his own field is always on advantage. Okay, so always keep these things in mind. I mean, all chemical engineers, they knew about their chemical engineering. All system engineering, you guys know better than me about the system engineering. Mechanical, electrical, they are expert of their own domain. But a person who knows little more than his own domain, he will be a successful. And that is the way forward now in the future. Okay, maybe just being a chemical or system engineering may not work. Okay, the world is so integrated. So in this sense, if somebody have a concept of the process safety, of course he would be on advantage, because every industry, especially the industry in kingdoms, okay, they need the safety engineers. Okay, so if you have the fundamental knowledge, you will be on advantage. Now the question is, you will be hired as a directly as a safety engineers, or you will be hired as a different engineer? Okay, the answer is, you will not be hired as a simple as a safety engineer at first point, because the safety, when you will study this, many things come from the experience. Okay, under one situations, maybe I can handle that situation better compared to the other persons. Okay, so it's experience matter a lot in process safety. But when you will enter, you knew all this stuff, and after you build your experience, you can have the proper route to become a safety engineers. They are very, I mean, salary wise, of course, they are offered good salaries, and their jobs are very, very critical. Even, mean, if the safety of the plant is not good, investor will not invest the money. If something happen, the investor will be afraid of losing his money, so he will pull out all of his money from the investment. So the companies, they make sure the incident doesn't happen. Over there, they rely mainly on the process safety engineering. Okay, with the safe design of the operation, optimized operations, and the best practice for the operations. So, but when you will be hired as an engineer, there are two routes. Okay, either you go to the maybe operation, or if you are go to the design team, then you will be utilizing all these concepts of that you will learn into the design of the equipments. Okay, or in the processes, setting optimize placement of the equipment or the system one after the others, how you can optimize the place, how you can optimize the designs, all those things, they matters. Okay, even in the, you can, I mean, imagine if the chairs are placed close to each others, there is a hazards of falling down. Okay, it's a very simple thing. So they have to design the plant in such a way that it offer safe operations. And of course, that is also part of the your studies. Okay, so that is mean a very brief overview of what the process safety is, what you are going to study in it, and what is the future prospect of this field. I can simply say it's an exciting area. Okay, that's why it's offered by the multidisciplinary department. I think that is the only concentrations, in my opinion, if I look at all the concentration that is offered by the 4 different departments. Okay, it mean one is industrial engineering guy, he will knew about chemical engineering related stuff, he will knew about mechanical, he will knew about civil engineering as his own field. So it is truly multidisciplinary, and as I said, the future belongs to multidisciplinary stuff. This AI, okay, is a mean a combination of many things, is not just a simple one domains. So I can see many hands raising up, so I can take a question if you have a question. So
The doctor, they say you can you go back 2 slides?
yes, let me share again. Tell me which slide number.
Slide number 7.
Okay. This one or this
I
one?
think yes.
Yeah. There is a question on this slide?
No, they say 4 and 3.
Sorry?
They say 3 and 4 slides.
Oh, 3 and 4.
Yes. Sorry.
Okay, I'm sorry. I forget to put the numbers, which is bad. I should put the numbers. Okay. Let's say this is slide number 1. This is 2. Oh, sorry, 2. 1. Sorry. 1, 2. This is 3. Right?
Yes, doctor, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Please, can you ask in the mic the one who asked?
Above the second point, analyze practice to ensure that the methodologies to safety standards and state regulations. What do you mean by state regulations?
Okay. Good questions. And yeah, the state regulation means, for example, in Saudi Arabia, there are different departments, like the environmental department, like the health departments, okay, like the Baldia. For example, in Jubail, if somebody is in Jubail, he can visualize there are a lot of industrial plant and there is a lot of population living around. So there are rules set by either the environmental ministry, either by the Ministry of Health, or either by the state, mean the Baldia, that is related to the industry. Okay, they should say, okay, how you have to dispose your waste materials, how much your emission should not decrease that one, and what should be the safety regulation that you must implement. For example, uh, the health department can tell to them, well, you have to make sure your plants are very safe, and if they are not safe, what are your measures if something happened wrong. Okay, so the state regulation mean the rules and regulations set by the government through different departments like the environmental Ministry of Environment, Ministry of Health, and the Baldia. Okay.
Yeah, okay, got it. So based on the city, not on the nation.
Sorry.
So regulation based on the city, not based on the entire country. So each different regulation, or are they for the all cities in the government?
No. It depends. It is specific to the industry. Okay. They will have a specific to the industry because each industry has its own different nature. For example, in the near future, if Saudi Arabia is generating electricity through nuclear base, nuclear industry, then of course the nuclear industry has entirely different regulations. Okay, compared to the SABIC or Sadara or Aramco. Okay, so the regulations are given by the state, given by the government through its respective ministries, but they depends upon the industry. Okay, it's vary from industry to industry. Okay.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Yeah. The moderator can control because some students are raising hand.
Yes, doctor, I have a question.
Nawaf?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, now I can see. Yeah, Nawaf?
Yes, doctor. My question is about the process safety. Should the process safety depends only on the safety engineer, or can the quality manager work on it?
Okay. Very interesting question. Very interesting question. Safety engineer is just is the person who is making sure that everything is done or designed in a safe way. Okay, but he cannot accomplish the safe operation or safe design if other people don't cooperate with them. For example, the quality manager. Okay, if he is compromising on the quality of the design or quality of the process, of course there would be no safety. Okay, safety engineer is just, I mean, taking care of all the main important aspects. But of course, each person in the industry or in the design phase, or even the investors, they are also responsible for the safe process safety. For example, you design some process and you did it optimization, everything is mean optimized way, but the investor, he said, no, I don't have this much money. I have this much money, so design the plant accordingly. But there is a limit to it. Okay. So if you want to reduce the cost, then maybe you will compromise on something that will have an issue with the process safety. Okay. So everything is responsible for the safety, but the safety engineers, he is just taking care of that everything is done according to the standards and the best practices. Okay, Nawaf?
Okay, Mr. Gatta, thank you.
Yeah, Said?
Yes, Doctor. First, I would like to thank you about this brief presentation about process safety. Regardless of this concentration that the university provides to students, I've heard about different paths of this field, like process safety engineer and safety engineer, like in the US. My question is, how can I know the main difference between a safety engineer and a process safety engineer? Because I heard about this difference field, and with Googling, I couldn't get the right difference between them.
Okay. Honestly speaking, generally these words are used interchangeably, because mainly the concept of the safety, to best of my knowledge, is mainly more extensively related to the chemical industry. Okay. And even as a subject, it is more mainly related to the chemical industry, design of the process, running of the process. Okay, so the word from the process, they also called as process safety engineers. Okay, so in this safety engineer, then there are other engineers as well. Sometime in the civil engineering, they have the safety engineers. Okay, but that is not sometimes called as a process safety engineer. He is just a safety engineer. He is taking care of his respective duties. Okay, but when they talk about the process safety engineers, to best of my knowledge, it is related to the process. And process mean where you are producing something from some raw material through different process into the final product. Okay, this is my input on it.
Okay, thank you, Doctor.
Okay, is it Amar?
Yes, Doctor. Yes, Doctor. I want to ask you about the what is the relation between our major IC industrial engineering and the process safety. I mean, if there is any course related to any of the courses, or is any common concept our major with this consideration? And thank you.
Okay, so one course is offered by your department. That is, I think, ISC some number that is offered by your department. This is one thing. The second thing is, while I was looking at the syllabus of you people and system engineering, I was surprised. You are studying many things that will be really very important in the near future for the safe operation of the plants with this new technologies, like the integration, optimization, machine learnings, Internet of Things, when the machines will talk with each others. Okay, over there, the safety, there would be the different type of the safety issues, like unlike today, what we have the safety issues. So there are many themes. I was looking at your syllabus of different courses, like I say, machine learning, data science, and the optimization and the safe designs and machine learnings, okay, and integrations. Okay, so what I feel, there are many important themes in your courses that are even important for the industry. Okay, especially in the term of the process safety. And that is the reason, that's why they put the system engineering as one of the main host of this concentrations. Okay.
Okay,
I
thank
hope
you.
is it clear, huh, Amar?
Yes, clear. Thank you.
Yeah. Especially when we are talking about the design, sorry, the control systems. Okay, when we will be designing the control system, generally control system is not developed by the chemical engineers. Okay, they just tell their needs, and they are designed by the different electricals and the system engineer guys. So the effective and robust control system is a need of the near futures. So that's why these I mean your even system engineering become important there. Okay, so I guess there is no more question. Is the Khalid is here?
Yes, Doctor. I'm responsible of this instead
Yeah,
of
yeah,
Khalid.
yeah, Khalid. So there is no more questions, or is there any question? Nawaf again?
Yes, Doctor. I have a question.
Go ahead, go ahead.
If the doctor does the safety engineer, can he hold the things that the occupational and safety health? Can he handle this also, or he is responsible only for the process safety?
So repeat your question again, please.
My question is, should or can the safety engineer, control the occupational and safety health in the industry, or this is the duty of the occupational and safety health officer?
No. He handled both of them. That's why one of the course I think that is taught by your department, he talk about the concept related to the occupational HSC. They call it HSC. That subject talk about this type of the stuff. Okay. So okay, good questions. So in the safety, there are two parts. Okay. One is the safe design, and one is the safe operations. Okay. So safe design comes at the time of the designing and installation and fabrications of the plant before you start operating. This is more technical things. Lot of technical knowledge is related to the release of different compounds, how they release, when they release, how they behave. Okay. So you have to estimate all those things based on technical. So that is a design aspect of the safety. The other is the operation part of the safety. And the operation part is you install the plant. Now you are running. Over there, the HSC engineers, he is taking care of those two things, those things. So because mainly they're engineers, chemical engineers. So if the guy who is a design aspects, looking at the design aspect, he definitely knew about the HSC. Okay, so there is no difference. Both can do the job of each other. But one thing that you have to differentiate here, some engineer in the industry, maybe you will go there, they are working in the operations, okay, that are taking care about the HSC stuff, okay, mean they are monitoring how the jobs are being done, how are the people wearing proper mask, are they following proper procedures or not. That guy, he is doing all this jobs based on his experience, okay, but it's quite possible he never worked in the design aspects of the safety systems. Okay, mean you design some vessels, some containers, there's a safety. Okay, what you are going to store in it, how high is the temperature, how high is the pressures. Okay, and all these things tells us that we have to care about the safety. And that is the safety of the design, which metal you have to use, what should be the maximum temperature, what should be the maximum pressure. If the temperature and pressure exceed due to certain reason, how I can control the release. Okay, and if something is released, how can I control its spread. Okay, so these are all aspects of the design of the safety. But the guy, but what the student in the concentration are studying, they are studying both things. our main focus is, let me share the screen because the question is very important. You ask. Yeah. On this course is CHE 458 and ME 461. These two courses, they are mainly talking about the design, safe design techniques and approaches, okay, by estimating the risk, and then they're designing the proper process and the equipment. Industrial safety, this course ISC 465, it talks about the occupational safety mainly, okay, and this one, civil one, it talks about the materials, okay, and their treatment. So design aspects, CHE 458 and ME 461, and the occupational safety is discussed in ISC 465. So a student who is taking this concentration, if he want to take it, he will be knowing both aspects of the safety. Okay.
Yes, doctor. Thank you. Got it.
Okay. There was somebody else, I guess.
think Ammar.
Yeah, Ammar, are you asking? You have still question, Ammar?
Yes, Doctor. I want to ask if there is any relation between operation research and process safety.
Sorry?
Is there any relationship between operation research and this consideration?
Yeah, actually, these are look, these are some different terminologies that are used interchangeably. Okay. So when we say the process safety, as I answer to the Nawaf, I guess, process safety talks about both things, the operation aspects of the safety, how safely you operate them, and the process safety, how better you design a safe operations. Okay. So the concentration talks about both the things. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Khalid, I think nobody have a more question.
Guys, do you have any question? Please write in the chat, or you can open
you
your
can
mic.
write in the chat even, or even if you want to discuss in person, you can discuss in person. Khalid, know my office number. It is building 6220. You can feel free and you can come here. We can discuss.
Thank you so much,
freely,
Doctor.
okay.
Thank you, Doctor. Doctor, could you just
So-
go back 3 slides, please?
Sure. After we, okay, there is a one guy. Okay, he is asking. Oh, thank you. Okay, so sure. Wait, just let me go to the slides. Please look at the slide and let me know where I should stop. This is the one. This is second.
Yeah,
This is third.
yeah, that's it. I was trying to take a picture for something from here. Thank you.
Okay, no problem.
Can you just go back for the previous slide?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay. It's just a definition of system engineering from NASA, how they think. Okay, so I believe I try to answer your questions to best of my knowledge, but still if you have more questions, feel free to visit my office, building 16220. We can sit and we can discuss, then you can decide either you want to take these concentrations or not, okay?
Thank you so much, Dr. Wasif. We
My
appreciate it.
players, okay, thank you. Assalamu
Thank you
alaikum, all
so
the
much.
best.
Salam wa rahmatullah. دكتور يا شباب اللي شو اسمه قبل لا تطلعون فيه رابط بحطه لكم، يا ريت تشاركون فيه، ما ياخذ ولا دقيقة أو نص دقيقة حتى. يا شباب في تنويه يوم الأحد إن شاء الله بيكون فيه داتا ساينس كونسنتريشن، يكون فيه دورة عنها سيمينار، فقبل لا يقفل التسجيل كونسنتريشن بيوم، فاللي بيحضرها الله يعينه ويوفقه، وشكرا لكم وبالتوفيق.